Hello, everyone. Welcome to another one of these. Congratulations, Mr. Bubbles, on being first. Sorry, I do feel a little bit low energy right now, right? It's been, you know, what do you call that? An, an emotional time right now. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Mr. Bubbles. Thank you. Let me just change that over there for now. Yeah, in the meantime. Anyway, welcome back to another one of these. Wait, actually, let me just something first. I'm not. Are you guys hearing music right now? No, right? Interesting. I wonder what's happening. Yeah, it is. It is quite the quiet music. All right, let's see. Huh. Well, everything's going quite fine right now. Sorry for the scuffed stuff. Oh, congratulations on the 13th bell. Nice. All right, what the? There you go. Hope that's better now, though. Hey, Kiwi and Apple, how you doing? You doing good? Anyway, welcome back to another Live2D Cubism. And oh no, I hope you're all right, Kiwi. Almost got hit, but I hope you're all there. You're all fine. And composed. I hope you are. Ooh. I sincerely hope you are. Anyway, last we left off, you wouldn't want tornadoes, Mr. Bubbles. I don't think you do. But yeah, last we left off, we went into in the previous stream, in the Minecraft stream, there was like one little hour there where we did where we did Live2D after Minecraft. And the additional stuff that we did was we put like this go in Mr. Red's back, and then the sprinkle that makes it make it a little bit more ominous while they're moving. And I think I edited it over there. Yeah, it's like third, almost like kind of like. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kiwi. Sincerely, I believe that you can, use that as a big excuse for yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Anyway, oh, all right, Kiwi. Hope you have a stay safe, okay? Stay safe out there, everyone. I believe, in every part of the world, please stay safe. And do, all the necessary precautions to, ensure your safety. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Bubbles. I don't think I am the best, but I try to, improve every time. So thank you for that. Anyway, we've got the go stuff right over here now. As you can see, there's also 1 point in this setting, from 0 to 1, and then in between there's like 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. we can also use that as a setting as well. So if we go back to the go stuff, this is ominous, and then go back to the deformer of everything, every single one of them, because you know it is doing all the stuff. You can actually set another key frame in 0.1, and then since it's slider over there, you could just click this and press enter to just, you know, instantly go to directly 0.1 and then add a keyframe over there. Now I'm gonna do something you know, really nice, which is from 0. What I'm gonna do is I will, since we have a keyframe here that's basically everything as well, I'm gonna put a key, yeah, I'm gonna go back to 0 and then set the opacity to 0% so that, you know, it wouldn't show. And then eventually it will just, you know, fade in. And then instantly go to, like, you know, go. You know, ain't that fun? Ain't that fun, guys? So yeah, that is, you know, I think we've completed it now. And I think we've finished this part here with the go. So we're gonna just, you know, go to 0 again and leave it at that for now. So in there, we're gonna move to the eyelids. I believe I've actually like worked on it a little bit. I don't remember if it was here or if it was somewhere you know, off screen, but I'm gonna show you currently what I've got. So I've got like eye left open, which is both set in 1 right now, which is, you know, the base, the neutral one. And then if I slide it down to 0, which is 0 over here, basically what that's going to do is it's going to close the eyes. So let's see if I actually, you know, made that adjustment. Oh my goodness. Did you just see Mr. Red close his eyes? Oh my good, we just did. Oh, Mr. Red, you close your eyes. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's pretty nice. Truth be told, it feels silky smooth. So yeah. Oh my goodness. And from here, as you can see, if the included layers are, you know, are keyframed into a parameter, we call all these parameters, right? If a certain set of layers are included in the parameter and then it goes beyond that parameter, basically it hides them. So you can also use that to your advantage, you know. So if you want like a sudden thing to just disappear once it's out of bounds, you can use that. So yeah, you could also use it for the ominous as well. We could have also used it instead of, like, you know, doing the opacity thing. We could just, you know, make a negative 0.1 and then 0.1. We just don't keyframe it and then just keyframe starting from 0, and it would basically do the same thing. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Anyway, we're gonna go to yeah, we're gonna select the affected parts of eye open, because aside from making the lid close, which is, you know, as you can see, the wireframes as well move alongside, you know, everything that you see. That's why it's like so. We're also going to be making Mr. Red do a surprised face. I mean, surprised eyes, wide-eyed open, you know, eyes wide open. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna move the flaps. Actually, it's going to be just there. Also, why is the what? Okay, let's go here. Show model image. It should be like that, but why is it not? Oh, Probably this is why. There you go. Wait, what? It should be around. Anyway, 1.2, we also do that. And it should be showing both things. But let's see. Is the draw order the same? Yes, it is. Now, lower lash. Oh, there you go. We could probably up it here. Interesting. It's not working. I should be saying that. I should know my Live2Ds. Well, we'll fix it in post. Don't worry about that, guys. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to make Mr. Red's eyes wide open. So you can actually right click the keyframe so that it would instantly jump there. So we're going to select at the very least the eyelash, the left eyelash. As you can see here, I have, separated the two from left and right eyelash, left right eyelids, and left right eye shades. So something to keep in mind, right? Anyway, we could probably remove this or do it like that. Oh, look at that. So I see. So that is why it's gone. The what do you call that? Oh yeah. So we could see now that it was a clipping thing with the flaps. Anyway, as you could right now we can see that even though Mr. Red's eye is closed, you still got the flaps in there, right? But the goal is to like hide it, because you wouldn't actually be seeing any wrinkles in your eye if it's fully closed, right? For the most part. Well, actually, any something like this when the eye is fully closed. So we could at the very least, sorry. Go back to the keyframe 0, select the flaps, and then yeah, you know what, let's do the same thing, because I want to show you guys how I actually do it. So copy flaps over here and then paste it again. So now we have two flaps over here. Sorry if it's loading a little bit slow, but yeah, now we have two flaps, right? One flap for this, one flap for that. Flap. Okay. So before we do anything, we gotta rename it so that we know which flap it is. So, I usually go with the right part on the bottom, and then the left part on the top. So as you can see here, flaps right, left, right. The other ones left, right. So we could do the same thing for the for this. Anyway, for the right eyelids though, I'm going to be removing. Before that, we're gonna go back to the art mesh, since we need this one is designated as the right eye flap. We're gonna remove the left part, and then since this is the left, we're going to remove the other side, and then done. And what this is going to do is it's only going to be showing, like like I've demonstrated before, it's only going to be showing the part that has the meshes in it. So even though this is the whole layer, this is what's going to be showing. Ain't that cool? Anyway, the reason for that is because you can close one eye and you can keep the other eye open. So what that's going to do is there's going to be a discrepancy between the eye flaps, you know. But since we have already set it up, we could just go close it. We could just, you know, go do select yeah, the eyes closed, and then set the opacity to 0. Now this one is one of the most appropriate times that you could use the opacity, because as you can see here, see, ain't that nice? But it still feels a little bit janky, right? So we're going to go with 0.5 instead, and since that is like, you know, almost there, we're going to set another keyframe to this, and then put it, you know, opacity to 0 as well. So this one is going to be 0 completely, and then this one is going to be from 100 to 0, and then between this is going to be 0, because it only focuses on, you know, the keyframe stuff. So if Mr. Red were to close his eyes, it's going to be like that, right? Or we could do it something a little bit, you know, a little bit more controlled, or more, you know, less subtle. As you can see, I set it to 25%, which is, oh my goodness, I'm giving Mr. Red a lazy eye. There you go. So it's going, yeah, basically it goes from 100 to instantly 25% in here. Well, gradually, not instantly. And then from 25 to 0. Ain't that nice? And don't worry about the other other parts of the eye. This keyframe is has, at the current moment, is only affecting the eye flap, and not the eyelid, the eyelash, any one of these. So as if you take a closer look, you can see that there are some green keyframes, and then there are some white keyframes. The green keyframes are the ones that, yeah, the green keyframes are the ones that the selected eyelid, I mean the selected layer has, you know, has influence, yeah, is influenced by. And the white is, you know, is for there to let you know that, hey, there is a layer, there is a part in the model that uses this keyframe, but it's not the one that you're selecting. Yeah. So yeah, that is a great indicator of, you know, what is affected and what's not. Anyway, now that we're there, now that we've you know, basically accomplished what we need to do with the eye flaps, let's go with the eyes wide. Okay, now this one's going to be a little, no, it's not a little complicated, it's not at all. So from here, we're going to stay in the 1.2 parameter. We're not going to make a keyframe just yet. We're going to select upper lash again, upper lid left, upper lid left, and then the eye shade left. Basically, all of these are the top lids, right? I mean, top parts of the eyelids. So we're going to go do this again, keyframe. Now it's showing already. We're going to do the same thing as well for the left parts of the lower eyelid. And now the both are showing. So here is how I do it with how to move the eyelid. Yeah, the eyelids. The lashes, the eyelashes are going to be leading, because it's the most striking part of the eye. So if you know, and then the skin part will be the one who is going to follow after the eyelash. So this one is going to determine the shape. So how about we make Mr. like super surprised, you know, like this wide. Now normally I would, yeah, normally I would, do the same thing for this one. As you can see here, there are these things. These are deform paths. Basically, what they do is that they move, a set of, vertices to make it, and it's especially useful for anything that you want to be moving in a wavy direction. Which is, fortunately, the eyelashes are great candidates for that. Unfortunately, the eyelids are not. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be manipulating this vertex by vertex. This is like one of the most, personally, one of the most tedious part of the model making process. So we're going to be moving all of these individually, or you could actually hold control and then select a set of, and then move it as you wish. I personally, what I personally do is that I just move them one by one individually. I know, right? Surprising. But since I am, streaming this with the purpose of helping others with their stuff, and as well as giving myself a resource to get refreshed on how to do the Live2D stuff in case I fall out of practice. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to make this wanted to do this stream. So as you can see, we're already making progress on on the eyelid. And now once we're done with this, with the micro changes, we're gonna need to test it out before we do something with the eye shades. Okay, what you're gonna need to look out for, is the possibility of the skin, the eyelid itself, the eyelid skin, lagging behind. So you wouldn't, during the transition between, normal to wide-eyed, you wouldn't want to be showing any skin part under the eyelash. Because it is very important to, to make sure that it is smooth sailing from here. And as you can see, the eyelash, the eye flap is above the eyelash, which, we do not want. So we're going to be removing the upper lash and the lower lash. Oh, there you go. Upper eyelid. But it's also above the eyelash as well. So what we're gonna do is, oh yeah, it should have been in here. I just did a little big, I did a little oopsie. So I do apologize for that. You could just, check out the clipping first for the most likely. Yeah. And now, the question would be, am I satisfied with the shape for now? Am I satisfied if I... Wait, let me just... There you go. Am I satisfied with Mr. Red having this wide of an eye when he's surprised? Or would I want it to be, bigger? We could probably do that, right? Yeah. For, to make it exaggerated. And also to be a little, to be a little bit more dynamic in how he, in the face parts. So I think I'm very happy with what we're seeing right now with how big the eye could be. But just to be a little bit safe, we're going to be fine-tuning the angles. There you go. Now ain't that great? So from here to wow. We could also, give Mr. Red give Mr. Red the smaller irises whenever he widens his eyes. That is also a simple thing, but it's always up to him. I don't know if Mr. Red's watching this, but there is a possibility for that, right? Anyway, to carry on from here, we're just going to be doing it again, the process. It's always like that. Sometimes you really just gotta, roll with the punches, kill your darlings, etc., etc. And by kill your darlings, and I meant like, even though you like something, if it's not a good fit, you gotta face the fact that you gotta change it. And I believe that is the motto for a lot of like aspiring writers. Like, everyone's like got an idea, but the question should not be, how do I incorporate this idea into the story? Instead, the question should be, is this appropriate for my story? And that is the same thing. That is the same mindset that you should have when it comes to, a lot of things, especially in any creative work. It can apply to such things as well. And it's not like, it's not like an art block or a writer's block where, you're not satisfied or you really can't find the ways to express the story. No. It's more like, seeing if it's too wacky or too too uncharacteristic of the thing that you're doing right now. Kind of like kind of like you are a for example, Mr. Red, kind of like he's a demon demon VTuber, right? With the horns and stuff. Technically, he could go all that. He could go anywhere with that. But would it be appropriate in his style to to suddenly, take the horns off? Totally normal guy. Possibly, but would it be, would it be great for him? Would he like it? No, we'll leave that up to him. Also, I think I'm giving a bad analogy. I do apologize. I can't think of anything good right now. Anyway, here's another one. I will show you guys the how to make something like this in the other eye. So for now, though, here you go. This is an oversimplification, of how you can do it. But as you can see, now it is complete. Let us look it up. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see that? Do you see it? Still a little bit dark. Let's give Mr. Red more white eyes. Whitish. A whitish sclera. Unbound by shade. And then, voila. But that is still not the end, because we still have the lower eyelids. Now, usually the lower eyelids would would be just as static as the upper part of the mouth, but whenever you do a wide eye, it still slightly moves a little. You know, at the very least, that's what I remember my eye doing. So we are doing just that. We gotta make sure though. Okay, the keyframe is set, and we can do as we wish. Look at that. Ain't that great, guys? I like doing this individually because adjusting things is a whole other beast. And it is hard to make tiny adjustments when you've made just a big one, because a lot of these tools can including the path deform path edit, even if it's like this, even if it's like this, it can still influence the other vertices outside of its influence. As you can see here, keep note of this part. If I move this one, do you see it moving slightly? Yeah, that is something to consider. So yeah, ultimately, whenever I, there is just a small change in here, I usually just go small scale on this. Micro manage. And even if you just make a mistake, it's fine. It's just a tiny little bit. As opposed to, like, doing the deform path, you might, it might make the movement, doing the movement much easier. But it's also gonna make other movements, some other movements that you may not have intended for it to be. And if you want to remedy it, it could be like super far in the future that you realize the mistake. And now we have it. Oh, Mr. Red's eye. Nice. Now ain't that great. Alright. So now that we've done that, we can also do the smile now. But I'll leave that for later. For now though, I want to show you guys how you could do it from from the beginning in the other eye now. So as you can see, this is bare bones, right? Compared to like the other the left eyelash, where this got like the path deformities, this one does not have such things. So we're gonna do just that. So we're gonna click path deform, and then we're gonna click at the end, and then at the end. And then from here, you can actually just click between the line, so that you can make a new thing. Because if you clicked outside of the line, it's going to continue from the one that you got selected, like so. But even then, if you have it selected again, and then you're gonna, you want it to branch off, it's not possible. but you could still make more than one line. As you can see here, we have two curves. Sorry, curves. But with this simple layer, we're not gonna need, you know, we're not gonna need another line. We're just gonna need one line with many segments. So as you can see here in the left eyelash, we have 2, 4, 6 segments. So we were going to be doing the same for this one. Oops. Add to form, click again. Did I click on some? Oh, wait, no, yeah. Click on here and then click again. There you go. Another one, and then another one. Don't worry, since we're still in the path deform, if we move any of this, it's not going to influence the vertices. So, make it so that it is, at the very least, evenly distributed. Hey Gambit, hello, how you doing? Yeah, it's evenly distributed. And then go back to our tool. Bam. Oh dang. Well, it's a weekend night, so you're fine. You're fine. Anyway, now that we've done that, we can now do the eye open again. So, like I said before, keyframes first before anything else, and we keyframe the base one at the first and foremost. We keyframe before we do any changes to the mesh itself, like so and so. We need to keyframe it before that, because if you make a change and then you keyframe it, oh, it's going to be like that. It's going to be stuck like that. So yeah, make sure that, you know, the keyframe is the keyframe is at neutral, at base, is the same, you know, as what you want it to be at base. I am making Mr. Red's model. Yes. So yeah, so that, you know, Mr. Red can also move, aside, you know, from moving his eyes and his mouth in the stream from his model. So yeah, Mr. Red's like, you know, tech moving up. But he's still got his, you know, basic features up and running. He's got jeans on, a t-shirt, horns, and a beard. I also put a little bit of an accessory here, you know? 12.5k. Ooh, dang. Gambit. Gambit. Why do you do this to me? Anyway, we've set it as such now. And I have no doubt you're gonna see it through. But I'm just letting you know. The 2.0 isn't coming until probably next year or something. You never know. It's like a little low on the priority list, but yeah. Now, aside from the right eyelash, it is also very important to do the other eyelash. Mr. Red, no, he is not. Also, if you're if the model has so much of the stuff in here, and you know you want to remove all of them, instead of like clicking individually and then select delete keyform, you could just use this, delete all keys. And then it won't have any obligation with the other stuff now. So yeah. And now we're going to do the same thing here now. So we're going to be doing add 2 keys, since we need it on both ends. And it's not going to be moving a lot. So it's not going to be moving at all. It's just going to be fading out. So we're just going to do this. Add 2 keys, go to 1.0 again, add keyframe, go to 0.5, and then another keyframe, and then set this one as 25 like we have, we have done previously, and then this one is 0. There you go. Fading. Okay. Mr. Red no, he's not. I only, added him in the stream because he is the subject of the stream. Yes, he's the subject of the stream because he's the model. Gotta stretch. Ooh, dang! I felt my bones crack. Oh no, Gavin! You should probably write it down on a notepad. A physical notepad, not the digital one. Or you could or you could type it down in your phone notepad. Unless you're prone to lending your phone to other people. You could probably go put it on a sticky note and then stick it up behind the monitor. That could help. Anyway, now that we're done with that, let's go back here in the IR open. Upper lash, upper lid, right, eye shade right, lower lash right, lower lid right. Click this keyframe, since they're all affected by it, and then this one as well, keyframe, and then this one finally keyframe. So now that we have all of that, we can now do the same thing as the other side. So for the most part, you wouldn't want it to be symmetrical, but at the very least close to it. We're not perfect beings, and the only thing we could do is try to be the best one we can. And the same thing applies for this. So with that out of the way, we gotta go with closing the eye again on 0. All right, Gambit. Hope you remember your password, or hope you yeah. And then from here, we're going to be doing roughly the same shape as the closed eye on Mr. Red's left eye. And by that, we're going to be lowering the eyelash a little bit here. And then closing it as such. And if we remove the inner parts, we could safely imitate. Yeah, we could safely get to, we could safely see if it's close to what we need. You don't remember the email you used? I'm sorry again, but I hope you remember your email and password the moment, when you go to sleep, and then you wake up and then, I remember it now. Sometimes people can be like that, The brain is a wondrous, mysterious thing. So I sincerely hope you get that kind of epiphany, Anyway, we're going to be doing the same thing with the lower lash. We're going to be using the path deform again. And just like the upper part, I have divided it into 6 segments. So you have 2, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6. And then evenly distribute them so that they don't, get too wild and wacky. So from there, make sure that the arrow tool is selected as always. And now, we're going to be shrinking it down to this size. And then raise the bottom portion a little bit. But not too much, because the transition is going to be very rough. As you can see here, the transition is, the lower. We gotta put the lower lid onto the lower lash, but we don't want the lower lid to go past the lower the lower lash during the animation. So what we're going to need to do from here is we're going to be hiding the upper lid and then the upper lash, and then go to 0 on the eye open, and then select the lower lid and set it to your specificities. And like so. And now that is now great. And then we're going to be doing the same thing now, and except for the upper eyelash. So set it like so. And if your layer has actually, if your layer has the actual blush, shading on it, you wouldn't want to like move the whole thing. You only want to, influence it to the point where you can, it still blends even if it's deformed, because what it's like I said before, what it's basically doing, the Live2D with the meshes, it's just distorting or manipulating the layer that is within the triangles of this. As you can see from here, this one is an edge, and this one is also an edge, but these other ones on top is the solid colors that you guys would find in the other layers. I mean, yeah, in the layer itself, in the original layer itself. So I am using this to quicken the pace a little bit. But personally, I would just do it my normal way, which is piece by piece. Anyway, we might see what I fear would happen if we put the vertices somewhere specifically in optimal. So we're gonna go back to open, and then the transition, the animation between this one and then this one, we're going to see. Okay, great. That's great. we can actually just, you know, leave it as such, if that is going to be the case. Because if we, for example, overshot it a little bit, like, well, I'm going to be exaggerating it, you know, for, as an example. It's going to be like this, right? What it will show here is something like that. It's going to be jutting out. So you'll want to avoid that as much as possible. So with every, you know, every significant change to the between keyframes, you got to check if it will be influenced by you know, how it will be influenced in the transition, in the animation. Something good to keep in mind, you know? And now we're done with that. As you can see here, it's not perfect, right? This one's, the left eye's got a little bit more curve than the other one. Now, that is up to you as an artist to, you know, to determine if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Me, I like to keep it as close to the, you know, to the other side as possible. But, you know, sometimes happy accidents, you know? It might be pretty nice. It might be not. But ultimately, you determine it. Oh no, why? All right, I think this is great, right? This is a good appearance. So we're gonna be doing it now. All right, it seems that the lower lash needs to be adjusted a little bit more. And now we're golden. There you go. How is someone's account linked to my? Is it a long time since you've used the account? Maybe you put it, you know, you did it deliberately, and you just, you know, in time, the memory just, you know, faded away in time. You know, in the passage of time. Hello, Big Doe. Building a red model? Yes, yes. Currently making a model for Mr. Red to help him out. As you can see, we have achieved the eye closure. Wow. Never seen the account? What do you mean? And then, wow, surprised eye. You know, the I think the only thing missing here is, you know, Mr. Red doing the rock, yeah, the rock brows. So yeah, you know what, I want to do that. So we're gonna go here, the eyebrows. We're going to be doing copy paste again, copy paste, and then from here, you know, relabel the eyebrows to right bottom, and then the brows to the other one is right, brows left. Oh no, Gambit, no. Keep her cool, Gambit. You're fine. So handsome, yes. Yes, Mr. Red is a handsome little boy. And from here, Also, yeah, if anyone has just looked, yeah, if anyone has just checked in, and you know this is like your first art stream, look no further. There is in the red platform, in my red platform channel, you can actually see there is a playlist there. It's called the art playlist. There is a art Live2D modeling tutorial that is, you know, well, not a tutorial, it's more like, you know, something similar to this, where I will explain how I do it as I do it. And yeah, it's over on the red platform, or it's still probably on Twitch VOD. But yeah, you will be Gambit. Besides, the question is it important to you? Anyway, let's separate it as previously. As you can see, this is going to be the left eyebrow. So we're going to be deleting the right eyebrow. And then this one is going to be the right eyebrow. So we delete the other eyebrow. Et voila. Oh my. Infrared eyebrowless. I try not to rage bait Gambit, but I do feel as if you gotta, you know, ask. Oh, well, I do feel as if, is this worth your time? I would never. I've never rage baited anyone in my entire life. There you go. Now that we have deformed the path in this one, breathing manually, by the way. Oh yeah, I always am. That's why, you know, I'm immune to it. But thank you, Picto, for telling everyone. Breathing manually. Hello. Anyway, like I've said before, brow. There are two brows in here: brow left and brow right. Brow, the y-axis will be up and down. The x-axis will be left and right. And we all know that the you know, eyebrows don't move left and right. So instead of are you sure, Picto? They would probably be like, you know, other people would be could be confused, but it's entirely up to you. But yeah, anyway, so what we're going to be manipulating here is the brow Ys, which are the height of the eyebrows, as well as brow angle. Angle is how you know, how turned the how much tilt the eyebrow has. So if you you know, if the brow angle is to the left, it's to the negative, it's going to tilt inwards, and if it's positive, it's going to tilt outwards. Same thing here. Negative, inwards, positive, outwards. So we're going to put them at default once again. Oh, yes. Nice one, Picto. Yes, I wholeheartedly would love to learn how to use this software. Oh, really? Okay. So if anyone wants to learn how to use this software, you actually can. There is a yeah, Live2D Cubism is free to download, but it is also a freemium, and you can have a free license. You know, free license. It comes with a lot of limitations. And you know, you can also buy a license. It's a subscription based. So if you're interested in, you know, in making it, I would recommend trying it out, the free trial. before committing to it. But yeah, one better modeling have? Yes. Oh, but I've never tried a 3D model in the in Live2D. Probably because it's called Live2D and not Live3D, but but yeah, in terms of like okay, that's great to know, Pigtail. But yeah, you can actually, if you'd like to rig your own model, you can also just commission a terminology wise a mother to draw the model, and then you could be the father, which would be rigging the model. And or you could just find someone who does both, or do one part your thing and then another one to do the other. Yeah, commission one from sketch, but yeah, understandable. That's why I just made my own. Yeah, I've currently made I'm in the process of making like probably 6 models, one of which is actually out in the wild right now, which is Frankenbat. You can check her out. She's a wonderful gal over on Twitch. Yes, her name is Frankenbat. It's www.twitch.tv/FRANKENBAT. Yeah, she's using the model right now, as a for temporary, but she'll be making a new one based on her her actual final version of the model to use my job utilities. Ooh. I see. Well, yeah, I hope for like fortune and fame to come to to your future, Pigtail, and a job. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are for some reason allergic to the job application paper in Twitch. But yeah, it's only I'll obviously play it as a joke, but yeah. Anyway, brow Y, let's prioritize brow Y. So since the default is 0 and then there are negative equally, we might as well just go do add 3 keys. Yes, one for the middle, which is the default, and then brow Y for the lower, and then positive for higher values. And mental health conditions don't like. Oh, I understand. And yes, it does narrow down the loss. I mean, yeah, a lot of things can, personal stuff can affect the availability of jobs, and I completely understand. Yeah, but yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, so now we have set the keyframes, right? Now that we have this, we go back to the arrow keys in here, to the arrow tool. And we're going to be doing the red bounding box in here. No, again, take as much time as you need. You can even call support, and we understand support is not going to be is not going to reply immediately, but yeah, you gotta Anyway, let us default the eyelids for now to zero, the default, of course. Oh, I haven't done the eye open. No, that's okay. But yeah, from here, the eyebrows, like I said. I realized the thing up to yeah, understandable. And now we're going to be lowering it as much as possible, but not overlapping the eyelids. So like we have done before, we're going to eyelids again, IL open to the maximum. And is that good? You gotta question. Is that good? Or do I need to raise it a teensy bit more above? You can use, actually, you could use the arrow keys to, you know, do micro adjustments to the whole thing. And then, yeah. Is that great? Is that great? There's a little bit of skin in between. But we thinks it's yeah, it's good. Right? Yeah. And now from here, we're going to the other side. Yes, it does. And then here, oh my goodness, it's for your real estate. Let's go. I know, right? It's so flippin' unfair. How can Mr. Red raise his eyebrow this high? I'll tell you why. I did it. It was me, Mr. Red. I was the one who made you raise your eyebrows super high. Anyway, let's rein it in. You know, I understand that being an artist, you can go crazy style on, you know, the model, but we gotta act professional. I mean, we gotta be professional. So yeah, I believe that this is the most that it can get, because it yes, because on references, the eyebrow is just about this high in comparison to the horn. But that's, you know, my side in between me and client being Mr. Red. So yeah, get that. Yeah, it could help, Gambit. But good luck. I really do hope that you, you know, you get the stuff if you need. How about 2 pillows? That could help. And now with the angle, like I said before, the positive is outward and then the negative is inward, or left and right. Same thing for the other side. We'll see. But yeah, I barely fiddle with this, but you can also to make your to make the animation, or at the very least everything that you want to be, you know, basically just pure vertical or pure horizontal, you can hold shift while manipulating either a vertex or one of these things. So that's why, you know, it's clean, straight, and not like, you know, not diagonal. I'm putting it in diagonal. I'm holding shift nevertheless, but yeah, it's only, you know, left, right, up, down. And now, yeah, we just gonna, there you go. I have a final boss named Mother next to me. I understand, Gambit, completely. That's why you just go to the living room, probably, or just, I don't know. I feel like I grew up fairly quiet. Gotta go. Thank you, Picto. Have fun making lunch and have a great lunch, okay? Thank you for stopping by. Give it up for Picto, guys. Check out Picto Cozy Chaos Club. Picto has just recently, done a Dark Souls marathon in celebration of his 300 followers. And yeah, cheers to him. And may fortune be with him 24/7. Now, as we could see, it's Mr. Red. That's great to know. Thank you as well. Thank you as well. Have a wonderful lunch. Now, is this great? Mr. Red feels like he's in a comedy thing, don't he? Which is fine, which is perfectly nice, to be perfectly honest. And then over here on the negative side, we're going to be tilting it a little bit more, just slightly more, just like so. As you can see, ain't that nice? But here's the thing, that is just a one side of the keyframe. Once you manipulate a layer, or rather a body part, with more than one parameter, with the keyframes, you're gonna have to do the same things for the other ones. So in hindsight, it would have been better to just in hindsight, it would have been better to go with the default first and then do all of this stuff, and then once it's done, you could just you could just apply the same things with the other ones. I will give a demonstration. So as you can see here, if you put the since I set the brow Y, it's a brow Y, and then the brow angle is like, and then I made new keyframes in accordance with the brow angle on brow Y. If I made it default and then manipulated it, it wouldn't do anything because it's only set for brow Y. Did you say set? Let's say I have Gambit. You seem to be having a lot of trouble, and I'm going to give you, I'm going to put you in your cozy land. So yeah, tell me about your favorite Super Sentai show. How about that? So what we're gonna do here, for now, is going to be setting the default here, and from here we will be deleting all the keys. Wait, no, deleting all the keys on the brow Y. It still won't do a single thing in here. It still won't do a single. It won't do a single thing in here anymore. But it will, it will still be, yeah. Even if we put the same parameter back, it will not restore the previous state. So, for example, if we set it like here, as you can see, it's not doing anything anymore, right? So that's what we plan to do on the other one. So we go from brow angle, and then we're going to be doing the same thing. So we're going to be just manipulating Mr. Red's eyebrow. For that, there you go. Kikai's Sentai Zenkaiger, or Gozyuga. Oh, their standby sounds just so good. Ooh. And which one is your favorite anniversary? Aren't the anniversary ones the ones where every every Super Sentai storylines converge? I remember one that had like 30 Super Sentais in one scene. And it was pretty wacky, let me tell you what. They use past powers. Ooh. Is that what Zenkai? What does Zenkaiger mean? Kaiga. And now we have this one, brow angle, like so. And then brow angle on this one is going to be more of a surprise type. Like so. Actually, we're not going to be lowering. We're just going to be raising all of this stuff. Zenkai means power, and then Gokai ga legendary battle. Ooh. Powerful legendary battles. Oh, Power Ranger legendary battle. Or we could also say Power Ranger super fight. Anyway, now that we've set the brow L angle on this this eyebrow of Mr. Red, you know, with a pivot placement, usually in here, because as you can see, it starts to like, it's a sharp angle from here, from here, and then so you're gonna have to work around, work that into your those eyebrow shapes. They're really tricky because it's not going to be one simple solution to all of them, unless you're used to like drawing just a single line of an eyebrow, unlike this one. Yes, this is only just something, the basics of making a model Live2D. And now that we're done with that, we can now go back to brow ly. We gotta select this first, and then keyframe, and now it's all set like that. And since we set it prior to this one, we can now since we disabled this and then we set it prior to making keyframes on brow ly, now it's all set so that you wouldn't have to like individually mold them, but it's still up to you. So from here right now, brow ly, I'm gonna have no choice to like but to lower it a little bit, but as you can see, it's going to overlap with the eyebrow, right? That's why it's important to keep your to still be flexible with the shapes, even if you set it prior. It's still, it's still important to keep your options available. So from here, we're going to be lowering it. And then this one as well. There you go, very close. And then see if it's blending really nice. Okay, yeah, that is great. But let's lower this a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Or we can actually exaggerate it much more, like so. No, I don't think I don't think that's that's too that's too big. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. And then from here, we could just, see if everything else is in tip-top shape. And then from here, the same thing on the Y. Oh, well, you look at that. Now that, I don't know what to say about that. Now that is crispy. There you go. Wait, let me just stretch a little bit more. Don't forget to do a little bit stretch every at the very most 2 hours. I mean, a lot of the times I forget to do such a thing, but whenever you remember it, it wouldn't hurt to do such a thing to limber up, so to speak. Whenever you wake up, you just limber up. Whenever you feel a little tight around the muscles, you limber up. And then before you even exercise, you just limber up, free all those blood vessels. And believe me, it's going to help you in the long run if you make a routine about it, limbering up. Oh, 34 Super Sentai who have defended the Earth and the happiness of this people in the face of the Zangya Space Empire, an uncanny group has inherited this power. Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiga. Wait, no. Let me say it in a Super Sentai announcer. Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiga. Okay, that is pretty fun. Are those lyrics? Are those lyrics, Gambit? Because if so, I do apologize. I don't know. I don't know the song. Ah, exactly what I have guessed. And now from here, as you can currently see, we have now set everything on the left eyebrow, which is pretty nice. I will do the other eyebrow next one, but for now, I guess you've all I have a feeling that you guys have been waiting for. Excuse me. I have a feeling that you guys have been waiting for the mouth part now, so we're gonna do just that. Closing the eyelids and the eyebrows. Actually, you know what? Just to get it off my chest, we're gonna do the eyeballs first. So with the eyeballs, we don't actually have a distinct, we don't actually have something separating both eyeballs. Okay, so eyeball, it's only just eyeball X and eyeball Y. So from here, we could actually just go do this, but we can also go do something else. But for our sake, we are going to be just doing the eyeballs in general. So from here, we will pick this one, add 3 keys. And then from here, what you see is where the model will, where the model will look. So if you set it to the right, Mr. Red will look to the right, up, obviously down, and then to the left. So we're going to be doing just that. We're going to be changing all the stuff here as needed, but yeah, for now we can just be very happy with, at the very least here, without overlapping the whole thing. And also another thing to keep in mind is that you actually see moderate. Oh, I'm so very sorry about that, Gambit. I'm not looking at my phone right now for the auto mod stuff, but I do apologize. But I hope that the song, yeah, I hope the song was calm, has lowered your cortisol levels. And also the line of questioning. Yes, right now we have this, and we have to do the same thing as well on this one side. Yes, change as needed. You can actually go beyond it, but not too much. Or you can actually, if you have no problem with it, you can actually clip the whole eyeball part. I mean, the iris and inside the iris part onto the sclera, so that the sclera is already covered. So if you go beyond that, the sclera, it would still be fine. But unfortunately, my the model that I made for Mr. Red has some parts that are overlapping, so to speak, on beyond the iris. So I clipped them onto the iris color. This one, sorry, this one, yeah. But I'm going to show you guys if it's not layered onto the iris. As you can see, it overlaps a little bit. It looks a little bit odd. Yeah, that is the reason why they're clipped onto the iris and not the sclera itself. And if I even try to attempt to clip this to the sclera, yeah, I don't believe that it would still change a lot. And as you can see, it's still clipped onto the eye color. But weirdly enough, so yeah, something to consider in this case. I do apologize. I am losing some words during the process because but nevertheless, I hope that you guys are learning despite my lack of words. Anyway, looking up as well, and then wait, no, I forgot it. We didn't set it here. Looking up, there you go. And then from there, and then looking down, of course. Look down as much as possible. And now for the other ones here, as you can see, there are corners, right? You can manipulate it over to between, so that it makes a diamond. You can manipulate the eye up to this point, and then when you get closer and closer, it just reverts back to the normal, right? So what we're gonna do there is we're going to be selecting the eyeballs once again. Save for now, because we love to save in this application, in this program. And then we're going to select this one, show palette menu, while selecting the ones that. Oh, yeah, go do the two Kaiser dance right now. Gambit. Nose animation? Oh, we're going to be doing that much later down the line, Polly. Also, welcome. But yes, I will let you know when it's, when it's done. Because the nose animation will be in manipulating the head turns. So yeah, you can look forward to that, Polly. So yeah, from here in the palette, just make sure that you are selecting the parts that you need, because if you don't, it's going to look quite silly. But yes, from here you go to click this one, show palette, and then go to synthesize corners. Now synthesize corners is basically gonna the application telling asking you, do you want to you know, create the locations based on the other two places? You know, so what synthesize corners is basically gonna do, it is going to pinpoint the rightmost part of this, the topmost part of this, and then they're going to triangulate the position based on those, you know, those two things, yeah, on both corners. So synthesize corners, and then you can also, like, you know, select which ones to like include, or which ones to leave off. If you don't want, you know, if you don't want it to synthesize the bottom and right part, you just click them out. And then yeah, and then other stuff in here as well that, you know, I generally wouldn't don't change, but you know, that is entirely up to you. So let's synthesize it for easier access, and then as you can see right now, it's looking quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. But as you can see, it is overlapping. So what we're going to do there is we're going to be what do you call that? Dang, I forgot. Right. So what we're gonna be doing here is we will just have to change the bounding places. Yeah, so that, you know, it's, for the most part, it's fine. But you still gotta consider, like, you know, how in your own eyeballs, how much will you be able to see, and how much will you be able to, like, you know, turn your eyeball. So yeah, something to consider. And it also, you know, it wouldn't hurt to, like, yeah, to look at it in a more look at other stuff in a more constrained manner. So yeah, look at that. I'm also, like, you know, comparing this one on this side, on, you know, on 1 1, and as well as this one on -1 and if I believe that it is you know, within the bounds of, like, you know, symmetry. It's not too jarring of a difference, but, you know, there is still a difference for the most part, because you know, I'm technically just eyeballing it. You guys get it. I'm eyeballing the measurements on the eyeball and the symmetry. Okay. But yes, for the most part, I do believe that this is an appropriate set of boundaries for the eyelids as well as the eyeball as well. Yes. It is much better to see in... Yeah, it's going to be much better to see in... yeah, when Mr. Red is gonna be using it, instead of, like, you know, in here where it's a little bit laggy, but, you know, understandable part for the course. There's, like, a lot of moving parts. But yeah, we're technically done with the eyeball for now, because from here it gets a little bit more complicated and a little bit more tedious when you know, when you start to move the group of body parts, because that's where it gets weird. No two Kaiser cosplay sadly goes Yulian maybe. 880. What's 880? No, no, I think you're fine, Gambit. Don't worry. Yes. Now we could do the eye mouth. I mean the mouth stuff. Why are they so expensive? Well, it does it does include a lot of foam. And yeah, you could probably do like, I don't know, Super Sentai cosplays themselves. They're at the very most, they're spandexy, and you're just gonna need like a helmet, right? Anyway, mouth form. So what we're gonna be needing in the mouth form is basically yeah. So basically everything in here. So we're gonna be needing the upper lips, and then the inside, and then the lower mouth, as well as the beard. So from here first, we are going to be needing to do lower lips for now. We will not, include the beard for now until we're gonna need it. Yeah, there's going to be an obvious case of where we're gonna need it, because the mouth as well as the cheeks, they move in tandem. So if you move your mouth, you move the cheeks, right? So yeah, there's going to be an influence in both of those sides, as well as the mustache as well. Polar rings, where do I buy? You probably do a just buy a ring that looks similar, and then you could just chip away at it, or even just yeah, chip away at it and recolor it to help out. There's lots of ways, but I do recommend DIY. The rings are special. Yeah, I would think so myself. Oh my goodness, a lot of people are streaming right now, and I want to watch all of them. Anyway, from here, we're gonna take a look at the we're going to be doing the upper and lower lips first, because like I said, they are the ones that are going to be taking the lead when it comes to mouth. The lashes are the ones taking the lead on the in the eyelids. And yeah, same thing for this one. So we're going to be selecting the both of them in here, and then we're going to go with the mouth form, and then we will not we actually will not be doing any of these two. Well, actually, we could do these two, but we still want to keep our options open, so we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to be just doing the add a single keyframe on the on 0, because 0 is the default one. As you can see here, edit parameter, mouth form, -1 default, and then 1.2. 1.2 being we don't know if Mr. Red can smile super wide, but obviously I can smile super wide. The perks of having I'm not gonna continue that sentence. I don't even like that show. Anyway, we can also go beyond that as well to -1.2, so 1.2 and then -1.2. But for simplicity's sake, and to not overcomplicate things, we're just gonna go with 0 for -1 flat, and then 1.2. So from here, as you may have guessed, since 0, since there are negative values and the positive value beyond that, you can surmise that this one is a smile, and then the lower values goes to more of like a frown, or to more of like an O shape. So a lot of people, go with O, with the negative values, or rather, it's set as the with the mouth form with the negative values as more of like a lower and more lax vowels, and then the higher it goes, the more the more tense the vowels become. So from here, I will demonstrate. This will -1 will be O, or rather -1 will be in Japanese terms O. Yeah, O, the O shape, O. And then -5 will be U. 0 will be A. So O, U, A. And then 0.5 will be E. Or wait, sorry. 0.6 will be E. And then 1.2 will be E. E. So we're gonna be doing just that exactly. So yeah, we will gonna be needing add 2 keys, one on both ends. But first though, yeah, we gotta set the key frame on 0. Always set the keyframe on 0, the default. Wait, no, not on 0. Always set the default keyframe as before you change anything on the vertices. So yeah, now that we have set that, we're gonna go with the O first. O. His colors of his outfit is the ring's colors. Feels like on shape, bro. On shape? What's on shape? Torture program. Oh, is that like an exercise program? You mean? Japan's finest. Avataro Sentai Don Brothers. But yeah. We're gonna be doing the O shape in this one, since it's -1. So from here, we can actually just get out from here now and focus on the upper lips for now, and then go to deform path edit. Obviously, this has got to be a deform path edit because, as you can see, it is prime for some deforming. All right, you can either make it as simple or make it as, as many path stuff, since there are many moving parts, many moving muscles in the lips. So yeah, how complex you want to do it, how complicated you wish it to be, as long as you got the grit, you can do it. I have utmost faith in you guys. Anyway, from here, we're going to be using this middle part as an anchor, basically. So this, we're not gonna be moving the we're not gonna be moving the middle part as much as possible. We're still gonna be needing to move it depending on what we need to show in the mouth, but for the most part, we're just gonna leave it alone. So from here, we're gonna be just making the O shape, or rather, we're gonna be, since oh right, before anything, we haven't set mouth open, right? So since it's set to like default, we're just going to be doing all the shapes without Mr. Red opening his mouth. So with this with the closed mouth, it's basically positive is happy, and then to the saddest Mr. Red can be. So with the -0, Mr. Red's gonna have a big frown on his face, like so. And now, as you can see, Mr. Ed's having a big frown white. All right. Now we're gonna be doing the same for this one, since, you know, we have selected the top lip to be the one that, you know, to be taking on the lead. The lower lips will follow suit. So we're gonna be doing it again, like this, and then this, and then make the anchor, the middle of the anchor, and then put some support in here. And then we're done. Unless the upper lips actually has 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. 7 parts. So we're going to be doing the same. We wouldn't want to, like, you know, overcomplicate things either. So, at the most part, try to make this as simple and easy, especially if you're just beginning. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with, you know, I want it to look like this. For the most part, guys, if you're just starting out, or, you know, if you're having trouble with the model, just make the most, just do the bare minimum for now. Because once you do the bare minimum, from there you can just, you know, adjust it to your specifications when you get the shape right. You know, building blocks. Yeah, you guys can do it. Don't worry. I believe in you. So we're gonna be doing the same thing, same principle as we did in the eyebrows, which wherein we're going to be holding shift and then going straight down. And now, as you can see, oh, look at that. Now Mr. Red's actually frowning. If we remove, hey, Socrates, 6, 7. Hello, how you doing? And now, here comes my favorite part. I've never actually done this, but I am super excited. Now, the mustache enters the ring. Yeah! And then from here, obviously, we're gonna need, you know, to find our anchor points, obviously. And this is going to be our anchor point right here in the middle. We wouldn't want to have the deformed path on top of a vertex, because what if you need to change that specific vertex? You're gonna have a hard time, right? So yeah, better to, like, you know, not make it overlap a vertex. Same here, okay, and then same here. Okay. And now from here, obviously, we're gonna be, you know, doing the general shape of the stash. Like so. And I am putting the stuff as close as possible to the yeah, as closely symmetrical as possible, since this is asymmetric. Symmetrical image. Hello, Socrates. How you doing? Yeah. Do you really need to just order the clothes themselves, or can you just not make them yourself? I'm pretty sure that making them yourself is much cheaper. Much cheaper. You know? As opposed to, like, you know, buying ready-made stuff. Which is, you know, obviously achievable, but it's gonna cost a lot more money. Is that a bento, Socrates? Nice. Nice. Now that it's like that, we're gonna be doing the same thing in here, which is set all of these stuffs up, and then make Mr. Red frown again. And then here comes the best part. Oh my goodness. I love this. We're going to make the stash sad as well. Oh, look at that. But let's raise the stash a little bit. Wait. Oh, there you go. Make it so and so. There you go. And then do the same for this one. Oh, look at that. Don't they look sad, guys? Don't Mr. Red's stash look sad, guys? I think they do. Oh, adorable. And with that, we're also going to be needing the mouth shading to be the same as well. But since this one has, like, you know, some simple shapes, the less we could do less deform paths. And then we can make it again. You know, since we obviously know that this one follows the stash, we could make it like this. Aww. Ain't that Mr. Wedge a little bit sad? And then you know, brow. Actually, you know what? We could probably do it like that. Instead of, like, you know, an inquisitive one. I'm just kidding. But yes. More progress, right? Man. I'm loving this. And now we're going to be doing the exact opposite. The 1.2. 1.2 being the most exaggerated part, you know? The most exaggerated smile that Mr. Red could ever have. So for here, what we're going to be doing is we are going to remove the stash and then the mouth shading. And as you can see here, oh my goodness, Mr. Red's looking a little... Actually, I know someone who has this kind of beard. Oh, interesting. Nice. Anyway, give Mr. Red the big smile. Like I said before, this is going to be base. This is going to be neutral. Mr. Red will not be showing any teeth right now, nor the insides of his mouth. We're just going to make Mr. Red smile. And we're gonna be, you know, going to be doing it symmetrically. There you go. And now, you know, as you can see, the insides of the mouth is showing, which is why we are going to be manipulating the skin as well. So like I said, moving parts, there's a lot of moving parts. Wait. I'm stretching, by the way, so hope everyone's having a great time. Day, evening, morning, night, sleep. Yes. Hope everyone is. Yes. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Gambit. The image you sent me. Super Sentai. But yeah, for this one, we are definitely gonna be needing to do this. Yeah, don't forget, we need this. We need the default to be default. So don't forget to add that, guys. Do not. I repeat, do not. Hey, hello. Hello, hello, hello. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? It's been a while. Great to have you here. Yes, now it gets a little bit more complicated. Now I don't think I would have a choice in changing all that stuff up. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing an O figure, or in the deformities. So from here we're going to be just, you know, structuralizing the whole thing, and then go to an edge, and then do the same thing on the other side, and then connect it to the other. Now it's an O, just lurking. Oh, that's great to know. Hope you're having a great time though. You're good. How do you closing and opening both eyes? What do you mean, Hana? There's if I remember correctly, Han, they're supposed to be individual. But yes, let's give a little bit more structure to this. There you go. And now that we've got this, now that we've locked all of this stuff with an O, now we can move these top parts without disturbing the bottom parts too much. It will be manipulated still, but not as much as compared to, you know, to when it doesn't. Because if it doesn't have all of these moving parts, well, I'm gonna show you. Oops. Yeah, like I said, mouth is complicated. I mean, you do one eye, then you copy paste it or reflect it. You use something else because they change reflect now. Oh, you mean the eyelids, right? I actually just eyeball it. Oh my goodness, that joke again. So, what I did, Hana, is basically, I separated them right after I made the meshes, and then I focus on one, and then once I'm done with that, I make the other eye as close to how the other one looks as much as possible. So if you could see here, when it's closed, do they look perfect? I mean, not, you know, but we are our own worst critic, right? So I guess I just accept that, you know, it's not gonna be perfect. Yeah, all of this is like, you know, super meticulous. Well, you know, my workflow is super meticulous. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I haven't actually set this one up with the oh yeah, right. I'm gonna show you now, Hana. So as you can see, I've set the eyelid with the surprised eye. There was, oh dang, I don't think I ever got to that one. But I do remember. I do remember. Like, there is a way for like head movement to be symmetrical, like, you know, from this side to the other side, use with the Bezier. If I remember correctly, it is motion mirroring. You know, if you want looking, the head looking left to be the same shape as the head looking right. That's Bezier. Yeah, that's motion mirroring. But yeah, as for, you know, making all of this symmetrical, I don't have a solution for that. Yes. To be perfectly honest, though, I'm happy with how I'm doing it. Now, is this the same? No, it's a tad bit more. There you go. Now it's a little bit bigger. Just a tad bit less. Now it's better. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see now, guys. So from here, hold control again. Wait, actually, hold control from here and then up here, up here, and then we're gonna go tippity top like this. And then let's see. IR open. Yes, perfect. And then these other parts as well. But yeah, Hana, are you thinking of like making a new one? Making a new model for? Yeah. It's always great to see, you know, it's always great to learn from other people who've been exposed to Live2D, other artists. To be perfectly honest, I don't consider myself, you know, some artist. I'm just some guy. But yeah, simple as. Make 5. Make these. Make open. Make wide. There you go. And then the same thing here. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger now. There you go. This one as well, a little bit more. This one as well, a little bit more. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. And then the same as this, so there you go. Simple as. I know it's very time consuming and it kind of hurts my wrist, but you know, I think it serves my purpose well, Hana. I hope I hope I've helped with answering your question or your concern. And for this one, right, the lower skin has no jurisdiction in the upper skin, so you're gonna have to like do it, you know, adjust it by your on the top skin rather than the one at the lower skin. So we're gonna do just that. And from here, as you can see, it is frowning just as much as the other one. Look at that. Yeah. Woo. Actually, let's adjust this a little bit more, like so. And then we are gonzo. So you had to copy everything from parts to the green transform. Then paste it, reflect it. Should nicely reflect everything. Just place it where you wanted to sit. Like doesn't exist, said flip. You flip the eye and place it to second eye supposed to be. And you do movements, go back OG place first eye. to the green transform, the Beziers. Oh, this one. Wait. Let's see. You guys are gonna have a wonderful sneak peek into the eye. I mean to the head, movement. Okay, guys. So basically, this is the head. Yes, it is separate from the neck. Now say I want to turn the entire head to the right, right? So in order for me to do that, wait, let me just yeah, let me just turn on the stash right now because I feel very uncomfortable seeing Mr. Red without a stash. Anyway. Anyway, now with that out of the way, Bezier division, I prefer warp division. I prefer to have them 9x9. You know, for some more leeway on the parts that I can move it into. So as you can see, also that is a little bit odd, to be perfectly honest. But you know what? It's fine. We're gonna work with that. Anyway, now we could just click this X and head movement. It's gonna be angle XYZ. Of course, like in the eyeball, X and Y. So we're gonna be manipulating so and so, right? This is just a quick thing, okay? This is not gonna be, it's just an example. It's not gonna be the exact stuff. So yeah, if you want it to be like that, and then if you wanted to reflect the same thing in here, is that what you wanted to want to happen, Hana? Because if so, there is a way you could do that, which is from here, you just go here, motion mirroring. Wait, actually, entire head. Oh, eyes. Parts transform. Oh, with the different thing. Sorry, I'm a little bit lost. I do apologize. So you're telling me that there used to be a way where everything that you do here, you can just copy paste the animation values to the other side. What? Motion sync settings. No, that's not it. Oh no, what is it? That is the first time I've ever heard of it. I've only been doing something like this, but there could be like, you know, and this was the way you know, a lot of tutorials in the Red platform has been, you know, has said. Although I must admit, I kind of skimmed a lot, you know, some of the parts over there, but you know, maybe that's just me. It still exists. You have to move every part you animated later on. Ah, I see. Well, I think, you know, what I think for now I'm safer with what what I'm currently doing. So I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. But yeah, as you can see, there's still some lines over here that we could just, um, manipulate. But unfortunately, we did do a big oopsie, which is we failed to, yeah, we failed to make the yeah, we failed to just put the lower skin on the keyframe. So unfortunately, no matter what we do, it's not going to be moving, and it's going to be staying that way, even if we put a keyframe on it, which is what I've been telling to keep in mind. You're saving you said it because when I tried to do function turned by lobby bottles. Ooh, is that not, can you not just do that by Control Z just the one time, or does it break the whole thing? If so, I am very sorry that it happened to you, Hana. Which is why I have a feeling, yeah, to fix this, guys, you could just go to modeling here, edit form, revert to original, and now it's back to the original. But do be careful, because if you were to, let's say, you kind of did a big oopsie, and then you know, did a keyframe like so and so, it if you go to revert to original, actually, you know what? That is great. Thank you. The more you know, even though you're the one teaching. Oh yeah. But yes, as much as possible though, I suggest that you do not do what I just did. That was a big oopsie, and you know, it could be an exception, it could be a feature, it could be a bug, we don't know. But what I do know is that, you should not depend too much on, mistakes working out. Guess that is a bad mindset, I tell ya. I'm telling you right now, that is a bad mindset. Anyway, we're gonna be, removing Mr. Red's stash again. Ah! And then the upper lips, we're gonna be exaggerating a little bit more. We're gonna give Mr. Red that wide smile. That smile. That dang smile. And then do the same for the lower lips. But still though, I do, if your model is if your model has a beard, it's still a great practice to, like, make the lips work, because it's going to help you with, how the beard is going to be shaped. I mean, the stash is going to, like, move as well as the beard, because even if it's like this, I will still, like, change this one, because as you can see in the default, it's right over here, in relation to the corner of the mouth. So if Mr. Red smiles like this, I would have to, like, change the beard stuff up to here. Because like I said, mouth and cheeks move in tandem, and the jaw as well. It does influence the nose a little bit, but for this, for this one, yeah, it's people can, suspend their disbelief for a smile, let's just say. So for this one, we're gonna be doing the same principle, which is like this. Also, if you guys are interested, I would like to show you Batsy's model that I have that I have finished. And if you want to see, if you want to see her moving in full capacity, you can actually do that by, checking out Batsy over on www.twitch.tv/frankenbat. That is twitch.tv/FRANKENBAT to see, Batsy such as this. As you can see right now, ain't she wonderful? Oh my goodness. Batsy's like one of my favorite. Yeah, Batsy's is gonna be one of my most favorite ones to have, great made model out of. So I'm gonna give you guys like something cool to show. So as you can see here, this is the physics settings, but you could also like, see how smooth the animation could be when you go with this. You could have, certain types of playlists here. But we're going to be doing the posing because I love the posing for some reason. So, I focus a lot on the top, so I'm gonna show you guys, once I press play, you guys are gonna be seeing like some cool stuff. So, oh no, oh right, I do have the bald one, in there as well, but oh my goodness, so. The message was way too long. Oh, imagine copy pasting in every single animation you did, with one eye, with blinking eyebrows, with eyes retainings, all copy pasted and flip to the other side. And when you go through keyframe to test everything, it keeps moving the first eye, so you fix it. Go to eyeball, start moving the first. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that, Hana. Just teensy little question though. Were you selecting both eyes when you did that thingy? Because if so, that could probably be a reason. Also, yeah, right. So to consider it, with all of that considered, oh my goodness, did Mr. Red just look at me with a Riz face? Oh, can't believe it. He's stealing my heart. Yeah, take a look at this, the stash. Now, with all this done, we could just go back to the stash now. But before that, select everything, and then go to File. You could save. But I would also recommend to save as. And then from here, the better Mr. Red backup. And then this is going to be, I don't know, 8, 10, 26. And then obviously it's going to be changing that, so we just gotta go, reopen the original one because we made that one with the date as the original backup. So yeah. Now I select one eye where I did all the movement, then copy paste it, flip it to the other side when I get to modeling again. Oh, okay. Please do show me, Hana, and also. I'm so scared. Yeah, please make a backup. I believe I've told everyone this, but please, for the love of everything that is good and kind and wonderful, please, before you consider doing something new, something you've never done before, as well as doing something really big in your art, make a backup. Because that is how life breaks people. I have a pic of how it look. Okay, please do. I'm very curious. That pizzazz and jazz. But yes. Where were we? Right, with the stash now again. With a big smile on Mr. Ed's face. Now with this one, we can actually get away with a lot of stuff. We could actually just, you know, exaggerate Mr. Ed's big smile. And raise Mr. Ed's, you know, stash to a silly amount of a smile. Oh, look at that. Ain't that Heihachi style of, you know, to those who played Tekken. Yes, that is a Heihachi smile. Or a Heihachi stash, if I've ever seen one. But yeah, let's keep it a little bit more grounded, like so. And like that. And let us make the mouth shading follow suit. Like so and so. Ooh. There you go. So from Mr. Red's frowny face to Mr. Red's smiley face. Ain't that great? We could actually probably lower these a little bit more. To like this one. And then lower the mouth shading so that it wouldn't, you know, show too much. And this thing. Yeah, upper lips, upper skin, and then hide these since the mouth shading is actually clipped onto the whole mouth parts. So yeah, that is something to consider. You can act since it's clipped. It's you can also see the thing, the shading. If the mouth parts of the layer is showing the same thing. So now that it's hiding over there, it won't be you won't see it. But for example, if I put it back up in there, now you can see the shading on it. And how do I know it's the shading? Voila. So yeah, like that. Now. And now with that, we're going to be doing the same thing for Mr. Beard. I mean, sorry, for Mr. Red's beard. All right, for Mr. Red's beard, there's obviously there's a lot more moving parts. They kind of went gung ho with the. Yeah, I kind of went gung ho with the. Well, as you can see here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing the same thing, the O thing, to keep all of these moving parts safe. But since, you know, for the most part, it is looking quite nice already, this is perfectly fine. Until I say it's not fine, in which case, you know, I'll just undo everything and I'll see what I can do. Probably off screen. Yeah. But yeah, for now, we got to do the same thing again. On 0, keyframe. On the edges, keyframe. And then from here, you lower, you know, probably lower this one. Actually, no. How do this one moved a little bit, so we're gonna okay. There you go. All right, we're gonna manipulate it like so. And now you can see that, you know, it's the mouth is moving, the beard is moving in relation to the mouth shape. Oh no, Hana! Dang, I'm so sorry that happened. And you only saw that, you only experienced that the moment you. Oh, dang, that is hours. I'm so sorry to hear that, Hana. But I hope that you know, going back to default fixed it, and then removing the keyframes. I hope that helped, though. You know which one it was? She was smiling and blinking. Oh my. And now this one. We're gonna be doing the same same principle. But we're also gonna be including these ones as well. Then lowering this one. Now smile. Give us a smile, Mr. Red. Wow. Oh, he looks so happy. Happy. All right. From here, we still need to lower the stash a little bit more, sadly. Yeah, there you go. And then, you know, reach out this one a little bit more. And now we're golden. And now what? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that award-winning smile. I had to move the eye when she had smiled closed. Ah, okay. Man. You know, I haven't actually done the one where and I'm also having trouble with it, unfortunately. The one where the eyes, the inside of the eyes are jiggling. I don't have an interest in having like jiggly eyes, but yeah, some people might ask for it, might request for it, so I'm trying to branch out into that part. Dang. It's not jiggly eyes. No, I'm just saying, you know? I'm just saying. But yeah, I do understand, you know, what's happening. What's happening. Eh. I mean, there's a lot. There could be a lot of factors in why that happened with your with your eye, Hannah. Oh, by the way, it is Hannah, right? Not Hannah, like Hannah Montana. Not, it's Hannah. This is my for a bottle of code vein. Oh, you have gonna have a code vein bottle. Oh, that's really nice, and also a furry model. My goodness, you are a busy bee, Hannah. I agree about Hannah pronouns. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just asking how your name is pronounced, not pronoun, not pronoun. But yes, I thank you for letting me know. Man, here you are with the models, and I'm here about what outfit should I incorporate into my model 2.0? Oh yes, by the way, I couldn't have said this enough. Gonna be making a 2.0 model. Already in the works. Like a lot of other models to make. By the way, Hana Gremlin. Oh, you and I both. Wait, actually, no, I'm not a gremlin. People have been calling me a brat for some reason. Probably because, you know, they don't, they love my presence so much. That's most likely it, right? There you go. There you go. And then there you go. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Thank you. An ant flew into my nose. That's why I sneezed. Well, yes. Like I've told you guys before, that is how a beard moves. They are in the fixed positions on the cheeks as well as under the, you know, around the mouth. And yeah, whichever direction the you get the easiest way to determine how the beard moves is to look at the mouth corners and where they land. That's why my advice is to go with the upper lip first, because it's going to be the one that's going to be dictating how much of the movement, how dynamic the mouth could be, or how dynamic you want your mouth to be. And then the lower lips follow suit. And then after the lower lips, the upper skin, the lower skin, and then the stash, and then the beard. Yeah, just I'm just giving you the general workflow of mine, of moi. And now from here, yeah, we're still not done. We are still not done. Yes. Hello, Socrates. Thank you for the meme. Thank you for the memes. Okay, please do not spam that number. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Socrates. But please, you know. Hey, Lorax. Hey, Calamority. How you doing? I have been just, focused on making Mr. Red's model so we can finally be a moving 2D. Well, technically, he already is a moving 2D. A more moving 2D. And a more not me, not, Thank you, Socrates. But yes, more dynamic stuff. Oh no, just time them out. They haven't actually said anything that warrants it. But yeah, Socrates, please do refrain. Once the timeout is done, please do refrain from spamming. Kind of, Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Anyway, yeah, where was I? Right. We're still not done with this because we still have 2 more vowels, right? But at the very least, we have what we are planning to become in this in this one. The latter one. Yeah, the latter one, Hannah. Yeah. But yes, where was I? Right. We have already made the plans to make the sound in this one. And then e. Right? E. E, ah, e, e, ah, e. And now we're going to be making the O sound, okay? So this is going to be 0.05. And now this, it's very great that we have set up the -1 for the sound. And then we could just basically keyframe this one to be basic what it is right now. And then we're done with that one. So upper lips, upper skin, upper teeth. Actually, all of this is very important to keep in mind in the thing. Well, except for upper teeth. The inside, I have made the inside, if you can see here. The inside is basically just a tiny square, right? It's not even encompassing the whole mouth. What I planned for the inside part to be is when the model opens its mouth, it's going to become much bigger. And we'll just cover the mouth. Cover the enough of the mouth that it that it's kind of showing the inside, the entirety of the inside. So if Mr. Red does a big opening, the inside will just get bigger, like so, because it's just one single color basically. So we're gonna do that with everything in here. But yeah, for now, as you can see here, it is kind of overlapping. So we're gonna just move the lower skin like so, so that it, the appearance won't look too jarring. Like so. There you go. And I love saying like so for some reason. like so. Make it so. So yeah, for this one, we're going to be putting in lower lips, lower skin, inside, upper skin, upper lips, and then lower teeth and tongue. All of the lower mouth parts are going to be essential, so that's why it's going to be like this. And usually, I make a separate part of the face to be the jaw, but Mr. Red's beard is already doing that job for the jaw, so I wouldn't be needing a jaw part in this. But usually, I'll show you guys. For now, though, enter keyframe, go with keyframe. Keyframe, and then keyframe. We're gonna be bringing the whole family together. What was I saying? Right. So for those ones that do not have a beard, so let's remove this for now. Where is that? Mouth shading. There you go. Sorry, some of these shadings I have incorporated into the layer itself, so I wouldn't be able to, like, you know, change this one because it's already baked into there. But yeah, my usual process is usually just duplicate the shape for those ones that don't have a beard, okay? And then copy paste that, and then rename that into jaw. Yeah, I'm just gonna rename that into jaw, and then from there, all I'm gonna do is that I'm going to erase everything here from the top up until here to the bottom, basically. Yeah, from here. And then this one will be the moving part of it, you know? Basically, so yeah, the jaw will be on top of the shape so that, you know, whenever Mr. Red opens his mouth, it's going to be just like this. This is the one that's going to be moving instead of the shape. Because if you manipulate the shape, it's going to be the whole shape, you know? So yeah, something to keep in mind for, you know, unbearded characters. Where was that again? The beard. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's a different one. Oh, you know what? For some reason, this kind of looks like a Thrag stash, isn't it? But yeah, we're not making a Thrag. We're making a Mr. Red. So yeah, from here, yeah. Right, I also wanted to do something like this. Please wait. So as you can see from here, this is the smoke. This is a smoke trail, right? So I'm going to be making here another folder. This folder will be serious mode. Yes, serious mode, right? Or actually, you know what? Demon time. Demon time. So from here, we're going to be making new parameters again. This one is going to be serious mode. The ID will be param serious, and then the minimum will be 0. The default will be 0, and then the yeah, it's gonna be just basically a binary. And then from here, we're going to be making another one, which will be this will be smoke, you know, smoke, param smoke. The smoke being pertaining to this one here. So we're going to be, you know, doing that, but the parameters will be -1 and +1. So the entire point of the negative one and the positive one is that the smoke will the smoke end will be either this one for negative and then this one for positive, and it's going to be just, you know, a smoke trail basically. So we're gonna do just that. For here, we're gonna be selecting smoke individually, not the Bezier, not this one. This one's for smoke, because this one is going to be just like this, as you can see here. I failed to like show this in the previous stream, but this is what you call the Bezier division, and this is these green stuff is what you're using to manipulate the whole image in a grid form. But we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to be doing what we have been doing all this time, which is warp deformer. Oh, wait, sorry. Deform path. So key frame on this one, and then this. Yeah. I've already segmented it 2, 4, 6, 7, and then from here we're just going to be, you know, deforming it like so. Actually, you know what? Let's make some more. Yeah, the more deformed paths, the more crisp basically the thing becomes. But it is also, like, you know, adds a lot more computing power to the thing. So I sincerely do hope that Mr. Red's stuff can handle this much, you know, can take this much. But as you can see, as I manipulate the whole layer using this deformed path, it does overlap a little bit, you know. So that is something to consider, especially since what I've done is something called let's delete all these for now. Let's take these stuffs out. Wait, no, wrong one. There you go. All right, so what I've basically done in the mesh part of it is I went and used this. This is called stroke mesh mapping beta, which basically just, you know, streamlines the mesh making when it comes to tubes and the like. Unfortunately, it does look a little bit too simple, and I completely wholeheartedly agree, which is why I'm going to be removing all of that by using auto. Oh my goodness, I love auto whenever I don't want to deal with everything all at once. Yes. We're gonna be doing it heavy, and then we're gonna make sure that all of it is in the model itself, and it's not, you know, it didn't miss a single thing in in this whole area. So we're gonna check all of the edges, make sure that they are nice and crisp, and since they are, auto connect. There you go. This one as well. Put it here, probably. There you go. All right. Now that we've made sure that everything is intact, the whole smoke is there, let's see how it would fare compared to, like, you know, with the automatic other stuff. Oh, look at that. Much better now, right? So, so from here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing this part here. And then basically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be just moving here from left to right, but also maintaining the illusion that it's kind of the smoke trail is snaky in movement, which I will probably do off screen because it's going to take too much time. And speaking of time, I do believe that this is for now enough of a stream for everyone to to have had. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you everyone for tuning in and seeing all these admittedly initially complicated and intimidating stuff, everything in here. But yes, like I like to say, in order to learn, you have to take a leap of faith in in other people, as well as in your own capabilities. For the most part, you are your own critic. You are your own worst critic, and yeah, sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself, because you never know what you're really capable of until you try. And yeah, I do hope that everyone has learned at the very least something from the stream. And if you guys need any additional if you guys have any additional questions or need any need any help or advice in Live2D or in art, just let me know. I will gladly help as much as I can, although I'm not really great at art, let me tell you that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Special thank you to who was in here. Oh my goodness, you guys have seen it. Lorax Calamari, thank you so much for stopping by. You're always a blast to have in here. Hello. Hope you're having a great night or day. You certainly deserve it, because everyone's busy, I know, and we have our own lives to lead. So yeah, hope you're doing great wherever you are. Socrates, thank you. I do apologize if I had to time you out, but spam and all, Polly, hope your nose is having a great time as well. Kiwi and Apple, thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate you, and I hope you're safe now. And yeah, I do apologize if you're shocked, but I really do hope you're safe. And everyone else who went in and lurked in the red platform, every single one of you are precious, and thank you so much. As for the ones on the Twitch side, thank you so much, Hana. Hope you're doing great, and you've learned something as well from here. And but if not, well, thank you for the conversation, and thank you for letting me know the the experience that you've had, and now I know what not to do. Picto, thank you for stopping by. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Yes. Gambit, hope you're sleeping well, and you'll remember your email the moment you wake up. And last but not the very least, Mr. Bubbles, congratulations on the first. Hope you're having a wonderful rest as well. And everyone else who went in and lurked, I really do appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, anyway, that's all for now. I do not believe that I will be rating currently, because well, but yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, okay? Tomorrow, probably, yeah, next stream, most likely another Elden Ring with Mr. Ed and Ita. Hopefully, everyone goes and checks us out. when the time comes. And yeah, let's all have fun. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.